Matt Lenihan, boxing social in association with Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store, freebets.com. We're here, Big Stevie Ward. Coming back, you've been out a hell of a long time, but it's good to see you back. You seem raring to go from what I've seen and spoke to you so far. How's it feeling? Why has there been such a long absence?
I wish I knew, mate. We just obviously had to follow the MTK and just things died down. Things have died quiet. I think some of it might have to do with Kungabaya fight. Sometimes after the Kungabaya fight, to give a decent account of myself, you don't really have anything to offer in your hard fight, and people don't really want to fight you at times like that. So I had a few fights happen, fall through, and I was blowing hot and cold of annoyance. But I'm back now, mate. That's the main thing. I'm looking forward to it, man.
100% now. Ulster Hall, it's one of them on-top atmospheres. A bit similar to like York Hall down in London, where the atmosphere will get on top here. You must be raring to go. The fact that you're coming back to what's going to be such a tight and close and probably a hostile atmosphere.
Listen, I have to be biased. I think the Ulster Hall's better than York Hall. You're looking at me here, your eyebrows. No, listen, they're both brilliant spots to box. It's just I'm glad to be in Belfast again, and thanks to Colin Promotions and Lenihan for getting me on it. I'm buzzing the beard again. What a place to be having a. I'm not going to call it a comeback. 'Cause it's not a comeback. It's just finally a fight.
Yeah. What can come from this? Obviously, I know this fight, you'll expect to come through it in good fashion, but you'll obviously have ambitions further ahead of this, according to what you've been saying. What is it for you now? What do you want to do after this? I'm not looking past your opponent, by the way. He'll come be a scout for him to try and stop you in your tracks. So, what's your thoughts on what could be next?
Listen, it's about me getting in there and getting the rust off and getting things moving again, and then I want to be straight into big fights again. I would love to pick up European, Commonwealth, British, that type of route. I'm not going to look far above that because I haven't proved myself at that yet. So that would sort of I'd love to do. I would love to. Listen, I want to throw everything at it. Big fights come up, I'm going to take them, and I know Lee will get me in.
100%, we know what Lee's like, and he delivers, pretty much all the time.
He's like a dog after a bone, isn't he?
He is. Who are the big fights that you see for yourself? Who are the names you'd like to maybe share the ring with? I don't mean it in a disrespectful way of saying, I want to fight him, and him. But you must see the names out there and go, you know what? That'd be a good fight. That'd be entertaining. You get up for that fight.
Do you know what? It's anyone in the top 10, to be honest, because cruiserweight's doing really well at the minute. Obviously, but you've got boys. The reason I don't call people out, they're boys that are above me. I have no right to be calling them out, like the Billum Smiths and obviously not they're called like Rakpour and stuff. Rakpour, great fighter. But I just want to be in and I want to be proving myself. I really, really do. I want to be in. I want to be straight into big fights after this if I can. Also Saudi at Elizaro, great fight there. Yeah. He's a good fight.
You like that fight, Elizaro?
Yeah, I would love that fight. Yeah, I would love any of them fights, to be honest with you. I want to be in. I don't want to be in to be hanging about, mate. Do you know what I mean? I want to get in and make a dent.
100%. Well, look, there's some big fights coming up, not just this, but on the Sunday. I want to get your opinion on a few of them. Fabio, Wardley, Frazer, Clarke. I think it's a bit of it's one way, if you'd have asked someone who didn't know anything about either, you'd probably say, you know what, Frazer with his amateur background, who shared the ring within the amateurs, you'd side with him. But Fabio, with his limited white-collar boxing, has sort of smashed through and got to this point at the minute. And he's holding his own, proving that he belongs at that level. British champion, everything else. How do you see that fight?
Frazer, Clarke.
Yeah, 100%. You didn't even hesitate then. You had why? How come he wins?
I just think, I know he's got the boxing brain, but I feel like he's just sort of sitting dormant. I think sometimes it's like you poking a bear, and I think he's that type of man. I think, you never poke a sleeping bear, and I think he's that sleeping bear. I think I like him. I like his style. I like the way he boxes. He's the amateur pedigree. He's a nice big man. But yeah, I just think he's going to be too cute.
It's going to be interesting. Look, TYSON FURY, Oleksandr Usyk, coming up very shortly as well. That's creeping up. Bit of a delay, but he's coming. Yeah. Talk to me about that. Has Fury's last performance casted any doubt on your opinion of it, or do you see his shape now and think it looks like he's on it? And what do you make of it?
I don't think I cast any doubt on Fury. For me, I think it was just respect more than Ngannou. Usyk's probably one of my favourite fighters of all time. I would love to say Usyk. I just think Fury's too big. I just think he's too big. I think you can lie on him. I think he'd be heavy, which I'm actually surprised saying. I just think he's too big. I think he'd be bang up for this one, and I'm going to go Fury. Not by stoppage, he doesn't stop him. I just think he
can get his way to the point.
I think early on he lies on him a lot and he tires him out and he takes a lot of his energy. And I think that's going to be massive. For a man that moves as much as Usyk, I think that's going to be a big telling factor.
You've got Anthony Joshua now back in the mix, who's looking better than he has, evident in the last couple of fights. I know Ngannou, technically, I suppose, a novice in the sport, but dispatched him in impressive fashion. Otto Wall in the fight before that seems to be slowly sort of coming into his groove, chucking him into the mix with the winner of Fury Usyk. Do you give Joshua a good chance against either or?
Definitely, and I want to say, AJ, thanks for bringing the respect back to the sport. You know, when he went out to Ngannou, and he caught him a peach of a shot.
It was a big shot.
A peach of a shot. You know, that it killed the horse, that shot, you know, and the fact that he done it and the way he done it, I think everyone, hold on, you can't just all walk into the boxing game, which I was loving. Do you know what? I didn't think he was going to, I wasn't confident he was going to get it, but I was buzzing he got it.
Is that a big thing for you? I know a lot of the boxing world was a bit like, come on, like we need to, you know, like when Conor McGregor came across for Floyd, but Floyd obviously sort of, he did what Floyd does and eventually get him out of there. Is that a good thing from your point of view when you see these crossovers going? I don't want you thinking you can be coming across here doing what you want, because people lower than AJ would deal with you. Is you look at it like that and go, because you shouldn't be just bouncing over.
Yeah, it does. It annoys me a wee bit. Now, I'm pot kettle black here, because obviously that wasn't a fight I did on that exhibition with Big Thor.
Good fun though, isn't it?
Yeah, good fun. It got me a few bob, got me a few quid, and it was good. And it wasn't a fight. It wasn't an official fight. He was getting ready for Eddie Hall. He was a professional, wanted to go about it that way. So why wouldn't I want that experience? But these other lads that are coming in and being like, and all just trying to suck up the boxing world, yeah, AJ done us all a big favour.
Off the back of that as well, in Saudi we saw rumour after rumour all on one day. I think there was 3 in the one day. I think the Ben Pacquiao one was a more realistic one. We saw, I think, Eubank and Crawford, even though they've got the same trainer. I think probably he tried to trump Conor's potential announcement. Then we saw Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. In terms of crossovers, now, this, you know, from a pure boxing man like yourself, when you see a fight like that and it's talked about being an actual fight and not a move round, not an exhibition, not a bit of entertainment, do you look at that and go, 57-year-old concerns me, even though he was once the baddest man on the planet? Yeah. And looking, I'm sure for a few minutes and seconds he probably could be, but it's different.
Yeah, he's an older man now, you know, and like it's so, like even look at fighters now. You know, the fighter's the last person know the time to get out of the sport, and maybe the people around him aren't protecting him as much as they should. I don't know, but I don't want to see him in there, mate. You know, what a fighter, what a prime fighter. I don't want to see him in there. No. I have no interest in seeing the fight, and you know, I'm a small fish for like who people want to work, but I have no interest in seeing it.
You got a message for the people who are going to be back supporting you this weekend, who are going to support you on your journey back after this bit of an absence out the ring?
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to throw everything, even the kitchen sink at it. It's going to be a good year, and I'm buzzing to be back. And I want to thank everyone who spent their hard-earned dough, especially times like this that are buying a ticket to come and watch. It's really appreciated.
Stephen Wardley, look, I appreciate your time. It's good to see you back, and we look forward to seeing you this Saturday.
Good to see you, mate.
Appreciate it.